Good afternoon, folks. This is Byron Jones with Recruit 804. I got head coach Bruce Carroll here with me today. Coach Carroll, obviously not the inning that you guys wanted today against a really good Thomasdale team. Talk to us a little bit about your team today and how everything's went.
All right, it's obviously a game of momentum, and we took the opening kickoff, went right down the field, got inside the one. Tyre was a little banged up, and we had some center quarterback exchange issues on the first drive. Really felt like if we had got that in there and scored on the opening drive, it would have set a different tone. But we didn't, and so you got to deal with with whatever happened there and respond. So they come back and go up on us, and I just wasn't happy with the way we responded. But that falls on me, so that's my responsibility. We got to fix that. We've obviously bounced back twice this year and come from behind, and today we just didn't play with the same energy that we did in those contests. And take nothing away from Thomasdale, once they got going, then they played with even more confidence, and really it's a credit to them, and we just got to respond.
So you guys, you're not out of it. Obviously a loss isn't what you wanted, but there's a lot of other teams. Midlothian fell this past week, and things are being shaken up there in 5B. So talk to us how you're going to prepare about going, playing Petersburg next week and getting you guys ready to move on.
Well, obviously, he's got a great quarterback down there, and Coach Scott does a really nice job. But really, we've got to focus on us. Our tackling was not anywhere close to being acceptable today. We worked on it last week. We've got to continue to work on it. But really, to me, it was an energy thing today, and we can't play the game based on the momentum of whether it's going well or whether it's not. We've got to play the game. Every play is a separate entity, and we didn't do that. So in practice, we're just going to focus on that and having a high level of emotion and maintaining it. That's just we got to go back to it.
I got head coach Kevin Tucker here with me today. Coach, congratulations on the big 39-7 win in this undefeated battle between you two schools. Talk to us a little bit about your team and the overall performance today.
I think going into today's game, we had been stressing the last week that this was a playoff game for all intents and purposes. The D5 race is very tight, and these guys, were undefeated. I had picked them to be the district champions this year. They're a really good football team. And I told our kids that, if we wanted a chance to get into the playoffs, we needed to beat a playoff caliber team, which is what we were able to do today. I challenged us to get better on special teams, which we've been really slacking on the first 2 weeks of the season. And we did. We got a lot better. We had good field position. We flipped the field a couple times with some punts. And in the first half, our defense stepped up and pitched a shutout. A lot of people have been saying our defense has been the weak part of our team this year. And, we challenged those guys this week to get after it, play assignment football, stop trying to be individuals, and play as 11. And that's what they did. And, we're going to let them go ahead and have the dark zone name back now.
So right before half, you guys were up, 12-0, and then Seamus comes and makes that big block. You guys go down and score right before the half. Talk to us about how that, flipped the switch with you guys coming out in the second half and being able to come out and dominate.
Again, we talk each week about having the three phases of the game, and we talk about how the special teams is the phase that's often forgotten. And we challenged our guys, and we told them, we need a turnover on special teams or a big return. And right before that play, we told Seamus and Jamar, come off that edge and let's go get this ball. We practiced it all week this week, trying to get after it and block a kick. And, like I said, I think maybe a little bit of a wet field helped us out, and a little slow snap back there, and they were able to get back and block it and change the momentum of the game.
Talk to me a little bit about Ethan Minner. This kid's only a freshman, but you wouldn't know it unless you looked on paper and saw it on the roster. His composure, his poise, how he runs the offense as a 14 or 15-year-old is pretty impressive. So talk to me a little bit about that and how he's helped your team.
Ethan Minner, he comes from a great family. TJ Minner was a 3-year starter, or a 4-year varsity player, but a 3-year starter. He's started at Hampton Sydney as a true freshman now. And, he's had to be tough growing up with an offensive tackle for a brother. And then, being around our guys for the last 4 or 5 years, as a 6th, 7th grader, he was up there with his brother working out with us. And we actually took him to 7-on-7s last year, and we had Chris Tyree and Josiah. We teased him. We wished he could have been a quarterback last year with those guys to throw the ball. And, we've got some young, fresh talent, man. And the sophomore class, the junior class, they're stepping up to the plate. And when guys like Ethan in the freshman class are coming to play, and, none of that would be possible without my seniors. We don't have a big class this year, but you got guys like D'Lo and Seamus and Greg, and those guys are getting after it. Jonathan Martinez, being hurt, coming back this week and stepped up big time in the second half and played linebacker. Man, he was flying around to the football. So again, give those seniors credit for lifting these young guys up like Ethan and playing good Thomasdale football.
Last thing, and I'll let you guys go. You guys got a big game again next week against Matoka. I know their record really doesn't reflect it, but they got some talent on their team, and they're going to come out and play you guys pretty tough. Talk to us about preparing for those guys in the next week.
We know the guys at Matoka well. A lot of those guys were on our staff a few years ago, and we know what they do. They know what we do, and it's kind of like when we play Bird, man. It's a little bit of a rivalry. Our kids grow up together. A lot of them off Harrogate Road go to Thomasdale. The other half go to Matoka, and so forth. So it's a great backyard rivalry game. We have to try to keep our emotions in check and play good football. If our offense continues to get better each week and our defense continues to show up and play like they did today, then I think we're going to have a great week next week.
Awesome, Coach. We always appreciate the time, and best of luck next week.
Yes, thank you guys for coming out and covering these guys, and you do a lot for the youth in our community, so we appreciate you guys too.
Good afternoon, folks. This is Byron Jones with Recruit 804. I got quarterback Mr. Ethan Minner, running back Jordan Branch, and running back, slot receiver, kick returner, does a little bit of everything, D'Lo Gray here with me. So you guys, great win today. You guys picked up a great victory. Talk to us a little bit, I'm going to start with Ethan, about today's performance and how you guys played on offense.
Our offense, we started slow in the first half. Our defense picked it up for us, but then we figured it out in the second half. We started doing what was working for us, and we just kept going.
Jordan, you had 2 big rushing touchdowns in this game. Talk to us about your mentality heading into this game against Prince George, being that they're undefeated.
I felt like a man. I had to do big man things. So I just said, you got to run it. You got to be nice with it. You got to shine. That's it.
And D'Angelo, you had that acrobatic, crazy run there in the, I guess it was the late third, early fourth. Talk to us a little bit about that play. How did your vision open up and you were able to escape all those defenders?
Coming into the play, it was a jet. So I knew we had to score to put the lead away. So I just did what I do best, make plays, make people look stupid.
Ethan, so you're a true freshman. You wouldn't know that, I don't think, unless you were looking at the roster, because you come out there with a lot of poison and all that good stuff. But talk to us about how it's been to be a true freshman to start with a team like this at Thomasdale.
I got a lot of weapons at receiver, running back. My line helps me a lot, so they make it easy. They've welcomed me as a freshman. They've helped me prepare, so it's been fun, easy.
So this is a free-for-all question for any of you guys, but you guys got, Matoka next week. It's a little bit of a rivalry. They're not too far from you guys. How are you guys going to prepare for that heading into next week?
I think we just got to go hard in practice. We know what they're coming to do, and we know what we got to do. We both got to win. They out the playoffs, but they still going to play like it's their Super Bowl. They're going to come to play. We're going to come to play hard, too.
You got to work, practice. It's a good team.
We just got to prepare like we do for every other game, come in to win.
Awesome, guys. Well, I'll let you guys get on the bus, and I appreciate you talking to me.
Appreciate it.